viewers, welcome back to the Self-Made Auto Channel. Getting back working on the Nissan Frontier with the big 3.3 in it. We found the bad injector due to my poor time management today. We're going to have to kind of fast forward through moving this intake to get to the injector. I wanted to do a step-by-step, bolt-by-bolt instructional video. Not going to be able to do that, so we'll kind of speed some things up here. We'll get to the injector, we'll get it swapped out, and we'll take it from there. Maybe we even put some lovely music to it. The good news is they put two coolant lines at the very back of the intake that are a mother lover to get to. You got two connectors. The weird part is it looked like somebody had already been here. A lot of the clamps on this side of the engine were broke and half pulled off the hoses already, which was kind of weird. This clamp here was already halfway up the hose. I don't know the story. All I know is we're going for this little guy right here. No, this little guy right here, number 2. All right, intake is off. So we'll bust out our DVOM again. Now, I drove it over from the big shop to over here because I had some other work to do over there. And when I started it, it wasn't skipping too bad. Actually, the engine light went out. A lot of times you'll see injectors fail, mostly when they're hot. Let's see, can we turn it down? Can you guys see the meter? Nope. Set it up there. Can you see it there? Yeah, good enough probably. So I won't be surprised if our ohmage is not off. Well, yesterday it was like, I want to say it was like 350 ohms, something like that. If I remember right. I expect it to still be off, but maybe not as much. Okay, so that's a bad one. We'll get a good one here. These were what, like 13 ohms? Of course, that's with the wires and the connector too. All right, let's check a good one. Oh, I got an auto ranging 11.5. Oops. Yeah, 11.5, 11.7, something like that. This one should be much higher. check this one. 118.3, so you guys can see that, right? 118.6. Let's just make sure we don't have any problems in our wiring. Plug it back in. Let's plug this one in so we don't forget. What was that, 118 something? Let's unplug this harness again. Should have the same reading here, very, very close to it. 118, 119 I would suspect. Tell you what, man, these connectors are gonna get me. Ain't coming undone accidentally, I'll tell you that. What was that, blue with white, and then the other color. So let's see. What we got? 118.6. So no extra resistance in the wire. Must be a YouTuber calling. She ain't answering. Only about the 50th one of the day. Let's see. Got them back on the valve cover. Get some light on this subject. Oh, good. They're leaving a message, even though it says never ever leave a message. Turn that all the way down. Yeah. You try to be pretty discreet. Like, look, I will never call you back ever. Please don't leave a message. Okay. All right. We got a couple Phillips there. Let's open up that clamp. Usually get these ones done pretty easy. Or not. Open up, little fella. Come on. Usually get under the little donger there and flick it up. Just undo the zip tie. All I'm gonna get is a hole in my thumb. Alright, we're gonna skip that. We're gonna leave it right in the way. Knock any loose crud off of here. Let me get a screwdriver. Now we have not relieved the fuel pressure. Just throwing that out there. I'm sure it'll relieve itself here momentarily. Now you guys don't have really the best view. I'll show you as we go along here. Hey, you're the ones that wanted the tripod, people. So this is the top, the little cup goes on top of the injector. Now there's a little rubber damper thing on here. I think it comes with a new one. Get the dirt off that. Let me go get the new injector. So they sit right down. They can be a little stubborn to get out. Holy smokes, another YouTuber's on the phone. Leaving a message, of course. Twiddle this baby a little bit. They usually do what this one does. It's going to fall in a million pieces. A lot of times you get it spinning. Fuel pressure sometimes will help you. Watch your squints though, you'll get a face full. Oh, there we go, not too bad. Oh, I dropped the jump in there. Alright, so there is the old injector. That's what that looks like. The top of it broke. Which, like I said, they typically do. You try to touch these things, try to move them hole to hole. Just, you're better off buying a new one because these babies are brittle. Now you got to get yourself a Q-tip, jumbo one. So I clean any junk out in here. Shiny. brand new injector from Napa. Not a sponsor. Whoa! Oh, that's gone forever. I don't know what that said, but hopefully it wasn't too awful important. New, brand new injector. Probably reboxed OEM. It said made in Japan, so I'm sure it probably is. Always put toothpaste on them. And they slip right in nice. Or Toyota grease on a Nissan. Or it doesn't start smoking. Just a rubber grease. Always grease your rubber. It will slip in the hole easier. You're lined up here. Very gingerly push that in. Now, get in our bag again. Get the little rubber out. We'll get our cover. Pop our old rubber off. Now they do have a little flat spot in them, so pay attention to how that little guy goes before you pop your old one off. You can't really mess it up. Well, you can, but try not to. So once that's installed in there, we'll slip her back down. Basically, the flat spot goes with the flat spot of the cap. You can't really screw. You can screw it up. Not gonna lie. And then we're gonna be a lot easier if our harness is out of the way, but I don't feel like breaking that wire retainer. And then that is going to slip on top of the injector. There's a little peg it sits on. Shouldn't be able to mess it up. Oh, hood latch. And I'm going to call this a Phillips head screw just to get the people worked up. Make sure everything looks like it is on. It is. It's sitting on top of the injector very nicely. We'll draw these down very evenly. Torque and factory specs. Looks good. Up close look at it, make sure it is good. Looks good to me. It's in there nice. Push it till she clicks, and I'm going to throw the intake back on. Intake back on. Put all the clamps back where they belong. Fixed a couple that were wonky. Was able to get all the bolts back. I had some of the bolts mixed up across here. Got them back, all the wires back in their holders, wire clips back on where they belong. Except for this one. Caught on camera. And I think it appears that everything is as it should be. I'm happy. It looks better than it did when we started. So let's see if it starts. I'll cycle the key a couple times, let the fuel pump prime up. So besides the fact that it runs smooth, again, we're gonna grab our Pico data just so we can look at good versus bad. We got the bad one. Let's look at the good one. We never measured the resistance on the new one, but the amperage will tell us what the resistance is. We know what our applied voltage is. If they all look the same, we're not even gonna set up a trigger. I've got the current clamp inside there. Just gotta wait for this to get booted up. All right, here we go. Let me fire it up. I'm sure I probably have the amp clamp upside down. I usually do. Let's find out. That never fails. We're going the right direction. Hey, we're going the right direction now. All right, let's see. right there. Get over here where everybody can hear and see. Of course you guys can see now. It looks like about 1.3 amps. Nice and even all the way across. Every one of them looks the same. We got at least 6 on the screen. We'll let them parade across there. Give her some throttle. And you can see it go into fuel cut mode there. You see where the waveform quits? That's when it goes into fuel cut. And it turns the injectors back on. I'm going to save us a known good waveform here. I'll just let her fill up a couple screens. Boom. That's it. We're done. It works. It's fixed. So that's it, folks. Not too bad of a job. A couple of them hoses and connectors and vacuum line on the back of the intake are a little bit of a pisser. I found it easy to, take the bolts out, slide it ahead a little bit so you can get back there. Glad we were kind of able to button things up a little nicer than what we found them. Of course, put the new injector in, 100% verified that the repair was good. And I think that's about it. If you didn't see the first video, link in the description. It'd be kind of weird watching this one if you didn't. And let me know what you think. Questions, comments, down there in that comment box while you're down there. Subscribe, ring the bell. And just remember, viewers, if I can do it, you can do it. Thanks for watching.